Time now for another edition of Meet the Cardinals, the opportunity we have to talk to the Cardinals stars to find out a little bit more about them both on and off the court. And all the way from Phoenix, Arizona, sophomore Jalen Burkett. Beat from Phoenix, man, you're loving this weather, aren't you?
Yeah, it's definitely a weather change. That's why I got on the heavy jacket right now. They surprised us with some extra snow this year, but it's better than last year, so I can't complain.
All right, let's talk about it. You're the senior member of this squad, being the sophomore. This is sophomore day. Have you had a chance to reflect at all, or are you going to wait till the whole thing's done?
Definitely a lot of time to reflect. I was thinking I probably wish I would have done this interview a little bit sooner because it's just the time to reflect and look back on everything is interesting. And being where we are right now, we're in a tough position, but we have to lay everything out on the line. But it's been a great year, and just I'm excited.
Yeah, talk a little bit about being a freshman, wide-eyed, and trying to figure things out, and then all of a sudden the next year you're the veteran, you're the leader. Talk about that transition.
It was a easier transition than what I thought originally because I had great guys before me like Sam. I had Trey Birch Manning, Brian Angola, Zaquan, Satterwhite, Adam. I had a lot of leaders before me that actually taught me a lot of these things, and the reminiscence from their team definitely transferred over, and I got to spend some time with them, got to spend some time with the guys from last year, so they taught me a lot. It's just learning from them. So
what do you talk to on some of the freshmen that might be struggling? Because going from high school where you're most likely the man to college to where everybody was the man, and now the college is a whole different factor. Talk a little bit about that.
I try to tell the guys, just teach them about team, because that's what it comes down to. We were all the star at our high school. We were all the guy there. And now that we come here, we have different roles. It's college. It's a business. It's different than what level we were at before. So you kind of have to know yourself, accept your roles and your positions, and that's tough for people. It's tough, that transition. But once you realize, you got to put some of your pride aside and your egos and just want to win.
We've watched Jalen for 2 years. He's a tornado on the court, going 100 miles an hour all the time. Where did that energy come from?
I think it comes from I guess being from growing up in Seattle, honestly, and playing with guys like Sam Dow, Michael Hill, Trey Birch Manning. All those guys, they kind of have the same kind of fire and motor to their game. So it's once you're around something, you kind of pick it up and
carrying on that Cardinal family.
Correct, and that's the goal. I definitely want to. Tradition doesn't graduate, so I definitely want to leave these guys with just the process and the family atmosphere that the guys before left with me. And it's hard to do because it's a lot of freshmen, but I think I left my mark in that sense.
All right, fantastic. Now we get to the fun stuff. You and I get to talk about what's going on off the court. Not playing basketball. What does Jalen Burkett like to do?
Okay, so this year is actually a lot different for me. I'm pretty focused on strictly basketball. So if I'm off the court, I'm watching film. I'm usually back on the court. I'm playing 2K. So basketball has pretty much been my whole life. Found a whole new passion and love for the game. So that's all I want to do is just play.
Were you in Phoenix for most of your childhood, or talk about that?
So I went to Phoenix for my high school career. I was there up until I came there in 8th grade. And so up until then, I was playing for like Seattle Rotary and going to school with Trey Birch Manning and Sam and those guys. And then I moved to high school to Arizona, and yeah.
Growing up as a kid, did you play an instrument? Did you do anything along that line?
I didn't play an instrument. I didn't sing. I didn't have choir. I was a basketball player for sure. I played football too growing up, so that was fun. That's something I miss. But other than that, I've been pretty much focused on sports.
All right, fantastic. Favorite meal in the whole wide world?
Favorite meal in the whole wide world? I'm going to say...
Are you like a Thanksgiving and turkey guy or a ham kind of guy? Or
I'm a steak and lobster with pasta type of guy.
Steak, no way, wait, say so. Steak and lobster with a side of pasta.
Maybe some shrimp in there. I like to do it big, Jake.
Everything that we don't get when we eat on the road.
That's true.
What's the biggest thing that on the road that you get tired of eating all the time?
Man,
Pizza Hut? Pizza
I'm
Hut?
gonna say
You
Pizza
want the
Hut.
meat or you want the chicken?
I'm gonna say Pizza Hut for all the guys out there. So for all the guys that told me to mention it from previous years, they will still be on Snapchat or post something. They'll be like, "You guys are still at Pizza Hut." So yeah, we are.
All right. If there could be a new car waiting for Jalen Burkett sitting outside Christensen Gymnasium, what kind of car would it be?
I'm gonna have to get a BMW. I would say probably definitely a 2-seater.
A 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A coupe, probably, or a coupe.
A cruiser or more of a cruiser, or are you more of an in style?
I'm gonna say more of in style,
Yeah.
but I definitely want a 2-seater. So if me and you go out, it's just us. So.
Okay. Pre-game habits. What's something that you absolutely do every ball game before?
Okay, so my pregame starts the night before. So the night before, I make sure that I get to bed early. I eat pasta. The same day of the game, I only eat fruit, and then I watch film all the way from when I was a child and up. So that's probably like just to analyze my game and analyze myself, get mentally ready.
Yeah. And who's the go-to person that needs to wake you up? Because you could sleep forever.
Oh, okay.
You're a sleeping man. You slept from here to Salt Lake City one time.
Yeah, I definitely get my my sleep in. It's essential. But if I had one guy to definitely count on to wake me up, I'll probably say it was Drew. I asked for Drew to be my roommate. He's definitely a great guy to live with and very accountable. So.
All right, fantastic. And quickly, after NIC plans, anything at all in the pike, or is that still in progress?
It's still in progress right now. I was just had a conversation with Coach, but I definitely want to continue to play. And then after college, hopefully, I want to coach and play overseas basketball. So I want to continue this way for as long as possible.
Well, I tell you what, I think there's nothing but success down the road for this one. Jalen Burkett, shout-out time?
Shout-out time. This is going to be kind of long, Dick, because I definitely want to – in my 2 years here, I want to thank a lot of people all the way down from the president to Al, our athletic trainers, Logan, Quinn, Noelia, Brandy, one of the best ever. Definitely want to thank you, because my family and friends are watching this. All my teammates, all those guys. Shout those guys out because they've been great guys and the guys before me. My parents, I got great parents. My big brother, Cam, my little brother, Adonai, my 2 sisters. So
we only got a halftime show here now. Come on.
my 2 sisters. And I don't think I missed anyone, but I definitely want to thank the whole organization because it takes a lot of people to make this happen. So.
All right, and from all our Cardinal faithful, we thank you too, Cardinal family, and I know we'll be seeing you again in the future. Jalen, appreciate your time, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. It's been great.
All right. Another edition to Beat the Cardinals, one of the best right there. What a great guy that is, Jalen Burkett.